Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. I hope everyone's having a great day. Okay, so in today's video, I wanted to talk to you about how to know if you are headed for a relapse. What is the danger zone? Okay, so I have a system that I teach to my clients, and one part I call it the danger zone, and a lot of them didn't really understand what it was. So I figured most of you guys probably don't realize that you're headed for the danger zone. So I thought I'd make a video to teach you about what the danger zone is. In case you're new here, my name is Stacey. I'm an affair recovery coach, and I help people who've had an affair in their affair and prevent relapse. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, you can check the description box below. All the information of how to follow me, all of that stuff will be down in that box. Okay, let's get on. Now, the danger zone period is, it's not an easy time, and a lot of times we don't understand what's going on when we get to it, and it causes us to fall. So an affair has stages. Let me say this. An affair does have stages, but affair recovery has stages also. So I'm going to talk about, now you will have another video coming up, I'm not sure, it might be up for this one, about the stages of affair recovery after you've had an affair. But right now I'm just taking one of those stages out, and I'm going to talk about it, and it's called the danger zone. Now, the danger zone stage can start from as early as 4 weeks and go as long as 12 weeks. And that's the part, there's a lot of chemicals and stuff that go on in our body, dopamine, all of this, it's withdrawals, and I've talked about that part also, that we have to go through. But we need to be aware of when we're coming upon the danger zone period. And we need to have the tools to know how to make it through. Because a lot of times when my clients hit this phase, that's when relapse happens. So it's important to have the right tools, the right support, the right help. You need to know what to do so you don't get stuck here and you don't have a relapse. Okay, so let's talk about it. So number one, when you're in the danger zone, you can have overwhelming urges to reconnect with your affair partner. It's it's almost like an annoyance. Like you will feel anxious. I need to call them. I've been thinking about them. What are they doing? This is where the questions, did they really love me? Are they still thinking about me? This is where all of that kind of stuff starts to surface. So your urges will be overwhelming. They'll be more than they were in the beginning. Now, in the beginning, if you felt relief that the affair was over, and some people do feel relief that the affair is over, don't let that fool you. And you may have noticed that, hey, I felt relieved in the beginning, and now I'm starting to get really anxious and just really nervous. I just feel like I need to talk to them. That's normal, because that's going to happen to you as you progress through recovery. Okay, number two, it feels like you're losing your mind. This is like, for me, I thought, I don't know, I don't feel like myself. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm thinking about him when I wake up. I think about him when I go to bed. I think about him every second of the day, it feels like. I think about the relationship. I think about what went wrong, the ending. What did I say? I went back and I reread the text messages over and over, trying to just figure out what was wrong. Why did I get so angry at him during our last conversation? What happened? I just kept going over this stuff. Did he really love me? Just all of this in my head, and it really hurt me. Okay, I'll tell you that story at the end. All right, so the next one is we think of ways to contact them. Okay, so I did this, and I know some of my clients have, told me that. Oh my God, I think of excuses. I think of, and I would come up with situations where I could call him accidentally. I'm just going to say all this. This is so funny. I don't know. It's funny to me now, okay? So I had one of my friends, her husband's number, I had his number in my phone because we were doing like a birthday surprise for her. And I thought, oh, I know what I could do. I could accidentally call my affair partner and, you know, start talking like about the birthday party and just pretend like I dialed the wrong number. And, you know, it was crazy the ideas that I would come up with just to, you know, contact him accidentally. You know, some of my clients, they'll, you know, they know where they live. They'll try to drive and see if they can run into him at the store or whatever. This is the danger zone. If this is where you're at, welcome to the danger zone, okay? That's what it's there for. It's designed to motivate you to go back. You're not crazy. You're not losing your mind. And you don't have to give in. Okay, so the next part is ruminating and intrusive thoughts. This is where, you know, like I was kind of telling you earlier about replaying the ending, replaying our relationship. This is, you know, it kind of goes into the same thing as ruminating. You can have a lot of rumination going over and over what's wrong with them, you know, especially if your attachment style is anxious, preoccupied. You are really going to ruminate about what's wrong, you know, with them, or why are they doing this, or why did they do that, or are they this way, or are they that way, what do you think they're thinking? Like, the rumination won't be as much about you as it will be about them if you're the anxious attachment style. And if you notice that the next, like another part of, you can tell when you're getting into that phase is I'm stalking Facebook more now. If I see him or her with someone, now I'm jealous, I need to call them. And there's so many games that the couple play with each other on social media, it's insane. You know, like I'll put up a post, or if I put up a post, I mean a picture of me and my husband, then, you know, he's gonna take his single photo down and put up one of his wife. You know, it's just a little game. It's a silent communication that we do between each other to, you know, it's all to stir up the feelings of, hey, I miss you. Do you miss me too? I need to talk to you. And that's why it's important to know, if you are in this period, then you are most likely headed for a relapse. Now, I will say this. I've had clients who go through this period, they feel all of this, we do the work, and they never call them. And then I have some people who struggle more, and they might have times where they fall and they'll contact them, and then we get back up and we start all over. You know, the goal is to get back up. But for me, it was 8 weeks out of the affair ending, and we hadn't spoken. I knew he was probably angry with me because my husband contacted him and I didn't give him a warning that my husband had found out about the affair. But I got drunk and I called him from my mom's phone and we had a conversation. I remember, you know, that one conversation, and I never spoke to him again after that, ever. I saw him, but we never spoke after that. So that one conversation really set me back for a while, just because of some of the things he said. I mean, he wasn't angry, you know, he didn't fuss at me, he wasn't angry or anything like that. It just was a hard conversation for us to have. But what I'm saying is, I did give in to those feelings. I did reach out. I did call him in that, you know, that period. But I used, you know, the tools that I teach, I use those to help my clients not give in and not go back, to help them get their life back. Because recovery is all about you. It's not necessarily about the marriage. There's a place for marriage recovery, but what I do is for you to become a whole person, healed and whole. That's what it's about, because if you don't get completely healed from your affair, it's going to be hard to reconcile with your spouse and have a restored marriage. Because if you try to reconcile without completely healing, you're going to take back all of those scars and those wounds that you had the first time back into the relationship, and it'll fall apart again, and you could possibly have another affair in the future. So, okay, that is the danger zone. That's how you can tell if you're about to have a relapse. If you have any questions, leave it down below. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.